Students, colleagues, friends, welcome to 2018. We are already the third week in the academic year. Things are largely on track. To the first years, welcome to Wits University. It's really a very, very special place. It is the place that will change your life. And so enjoy this, enjoy the academic time in the classroom, learn hard, but play hard as well. It's important that you use the opportunity to go to the Wits Art Museum, to the Region Centre, to play on the soccer grounds or cricket or tennis or rugby or swimming pool. Use all of the opportunities that Wits gives you and grow as a human being, because this place is really meant not only to train you as a professional, but to create a set of circumstances where you become a great citizen of both this continent and our world. This is a momentous period, of course. 2018 is the first time when, after the President's announcement that all people with a family income of less than 350,000 would be covered for their higher education. Obviously, this is going to be phased over the next 5 years, which means for 2018, the people who truly benefit will be the first-year students. Returning students do have a problem, and we acknowledge that. And therefore, we've removed some money from council. We've created, in partnership with the SRC, a 10 million fund to assist returning students in this regard. But in the next 5 years, the principle of free education for all those with a family income of less than 350,000 will be realized. And so we're kicking off this year with the first years, but in the coming years, we'll progressively increasing it for all undergraduate students. We also have a problem with accommodation. I wish I could say that this problem will go away or we can make it go away. Unfortunately, we can't. We've got about 6,200 beds. Our demand, our guess is that the demand is about 14,000. We obviously have students, the total number of students are 37,000, but the demand we believe is about 14,000. So we just do not have enough beds in our residences to cover all students. Our residences are full. There is place in some of the private accommodation in Braamfontein, but unfortunately that requires a deposit and they require upfront payment. And that's been a difficulty for some students who can't afford the accommodation. We are working with the provincial government and with the national government to try and address this challenge. In provincial government, partly through the Department of Health, has promised to assist us with the residents temporarily for indigent students who are struggling to find accommodation, who cannot afford accommodation elsewhere. And so we are working with them, and hopefully in the days ahead we will be able to create some facility to assist students who cannot afford private accommodation and who have not got into our own accommodation. There is going to be a huge infrastructural investment in the coming months. You will see that we're changing the infrastructure and the entrances into the university. We've seen on many days there's huge queues on the pavements outside. That is not fair on our students, and so we're changing our frontage, our entrances, so that students can enter and staff can enter into our campuses much more expeditiously. There'll be 2 major gateway projects that are currently underway, but there's also other kinds of initiatives. There's new teaching labs that are coming in, technologically advanced teaching labs that are going to be built. We've got one built in the education campus, and there's 3 more that are going to be built in the coming year on the West Campus, the East Campus, and elsewhere. We also are looking towards upgrading our labs so that the teaching facilities at Wits University are also enhanced. In the first few years, we made an enormous amount of investment in research. And this year, in the coming years, we're going to start making significant amounts of investment in teaching itself. And finally, I must say this is my last video, if you like, for the next 6 months. The next time I will engage you in this format is in September. I will be taking leave, administrative leave sabbatical. I will be going away to do some research and some writing over the next 6 months. So I wish all of you a successful academic year. I wish that we all engage with a collective spirit. I wish we transcend the fractious bounds that have governed us, and that we build bridges so we become a more coherent, cohesive community. Because that's not only in our own interest, it's in the long-term interest of Wits itself. So have a wonderful 2018, and I will engage you again in September of this year.